about to conclude the interview. So we're talking about the Zimbabwean public transport system, and you mentioned two things that really struck me. You mentioned systems and infrastructure. So this whole time, a lot of people think that you need maybe a great leader to change things. But from what you just said, I learned that systems and infrastructure and a company that provides these services can do more for people. Okay, so yeah, I just wanted to.
I am the great.
Yeah,
I'm looking for.
Alright. Yeah. Okay, so what strategy do you use to balance your time between your professional and personal responsibilities?
So I have a very strict morning routine. Try to keep to that because being an entrepreneur, in the morning this is probably the only part you have control of. Because after that, you're now in the jungle, if I can put it that way. So I think that's something that I really try to make sure that I do well. So if I do my morning walk, I think the rest of the day I'm fine. Then obviously create time for the people that are important to you. Towards the end of the day, just check on my family and stuff like that. So yeah, that's sort of how I like to keep it. Yeah.
Okay. So you mentioned as we were speaking, we were talking about God's grace a lot. So we just wanted to touch a little bit on that, on your religion. You're Christian, right?
Yes, I am.
What are some of the reasons that made you choose that faith?
So I was born in a Christian household. My mom, I think she became a pastor, or both my parents, just before high school. But before that, I was born in a church, and I'm still attending the same church. I think what I can say has convinced me that it's the faith to be in is not just the principles you learn from it, but the peace it comes with. My faith in God and just my faith in general always proves itself time and time again. It explains a lot of things that are in the world, and I think obviously the most important thing, the peace that it comes with, knowing that I look to someone and he is the source of all my needs and all that I wish to be, all that I am now is because of that man. So I think that's what having that security, that belief in something that you can't necessarily touch it, but you know it's there, and it proves itself to you. I don't think I've done justice to that, but all I can say is that there's evidence all over to prove that my faith, exists. There's evidence in my life. If I look at my life personally, I don't think I should be doing any of the things I'm doing. It doesn't make sense. Even when I think and I sit, and I've written a book, it doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense to me that I managed to start a company. Right? Logically speaking, it does not make sense. But by God's grace, He has made all things possible. So even when I thought, who am I going to be? What am I going to be? I know that in Him, all the answers that I need to be. My life is already planned out. And I like this one verse verse that says, all things work together for my good. You know, that's Romans 8:28. I started using that verse when I was in high school. I've always, moved with that. Something bad happens, and now I'm looking, okay, so how does this feed into my master plan? Then you actually get to notice, oh, okay, if I had not done this, or if I had done this better. So, yeah.
Okay. It's a conflicting world, both with